This video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. Dear students, now in this video I am going to discuss a few questions which will involve the concept of multiple and sub-multiple angles, and also concepts which I discussed in previous videos of trigonometry. Here the first question says, prove that cot 7.5 degrees equal to root 2 plus root 3 plus root 4 plus root 6 is equal to, this is another form of writing this, in the bracket root 2 plus root 3 into another bracket root 2 plus 1. The second part of the question says tan 11 and 1 by 4 degrees is equal to root, the whole root 4 plus 2 root 2 minus in the bracket root 2 plus 1. Okay, so I'll take the first one here. Cot 7.5 degree. First of all, let me tell you, cot 7.5 can also be written as cot 90 minus 82.5. Okay, 82.5, and cot 90 minus theta will become tan theta, and 90 minus theta lies in the first quadrant where cot is positive. All trigonometric ratios are positive, so it will be tan 82.5 degree only. Okay, plus. So if in the question it comes cot 7.5 degree or tan 82.5 degree, both will be written same. Okay. Now if I take angle A as 7.5 degree, then cot A we have to find. Cot A I can write as cos A upon sin A. Now how to start? If I multiply cos A, in fact 2 cos A in the numerator and denominator, so it will become 2 cos A upon cos A, 2 cos A. Okay, now if I rearrange, it will become 2 cos square A upon 2 sin A cos A. Now recall, we have proved cos 2a as 2 cos square a minus 1. So if I ask you what is 2 cos square a, what will you say? Cos 2a plus 1. So I'll substitute here 1 plus cos 2a upon 2 sin a cos is what? Sin 2a. Now I have done this because 2a, that is 15 degree, I know the value of sine 15 degree. I know the value of cos 15 degree. Sine 15 degree is root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2, and cos 15 degree is root 3 plus 1 upon 2 root 2. I have derived all these values in the previous sessions of trigonometry. Okay, I'll substitute here. I'll substitute all these values here. So it becomes 1 plus root 3 plus 1 upon 2 root 2 upon root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Okay. Now if I solve, it will be 2 root 2 plus root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1. Now if I multiply root 3 plus 1 in the numerator and denominator, then the numerator will become 2 root 6 plus 3 plus root 3 plus 2 root 2 plus root 3 plus 1 upon the denominator a minus b into a plus b will become 3 minus 1, that is 2. Okay. Now at the end I get here root 6 plus root 3 plus root 2 plus 2. Now if I take root 3 common in the bracket, I'll get root 2 plus 1. Here if I take root 2 common, I get root 2 plus 1. So which can also be written as root 3 plus root 2 into root 2 plus 1. Okay, now this expression, this I can write in one more way. Root 2, it's there. Root 3, it's there. Now 2 can be written as root 4. Okay, and further root 6 given. Because in the question they have given the value in two forms. So we have to derive both. Okay, you can see this. And we have got here. 1, 2. Okay. Now I'll take the second part of the question where 11 and 1 by 4 degree is given. Tan of that we have to find. So if I take A as 11, 1 by 4 degree, what will be 2A? It will be 22 and half. I'm doing this because I know the value of tan 22 and half degree. That is root 2 minus 1, or you can say 1 upon root 2 plus 1. Got it? Now, tan 2 is what we have derived in the session of multiple angles. 2 tan A upon 1 minus tan square A. Here it will be 1 upon root 2 plus 1, and if I assume this tan A as x, it becomes 2x upon 1 minus x square. And if you check, you get a quadratic equation here. Quadratic equation x square plus 2 root 2 plus 1 x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now by solving this I can get the value of x. Quadratic equation x is equal to minus 2 in the bracket root 2 plus 1 plus minus p square, that will be 4 root 2 plus 1 square minus minus will become plus 4 by 2. Two roots will be there, one negative, one positive, and since 11 and 1 by 4 is in the first quadrant, tan A will be the positive value. That is why we have to neglect this second minus 1. So the value of x in this case will come as root 4 will be taken outside this root, and inside if you square it becomes root 2 square means 2, 1 square means 1, to 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 root 2 plus 1 minus 2 root 2 plus 1 by 2. Okay, this will get cancelled. At the end, the result will look like this. 4 plus 2 root 2 minus in the bracket root 2 plus 1. That is the value of tan x. Now you can check what is given. Here it is root 4 plus 2 root 2 minus root 2 plus 1. So we have got both A and B of this question. Now here I am going to take another problem. Here the second question says, prove that tan 1 degree into tan 2 degree into tan 3 degree so on tan 88 degree tan 89 degree is equal to 1. Now here I'll use the complementary rule. Complementary rule because tan 89 degree can be written as tan 90 minus 1. Okay, tan 90 minus theta becomes cot. Tan is converted into cot. And this is in the first quadrant, so tan will remain positive, so cot 1 degree. So tan 89 degrees is actually cot 1 degree. Similarly, tan 88 degree will be what? Cot 2 degree. So I'll rearrange this. How? I will write tan 1 degree with tan 89 degree. I will write tan 2 degree with tan 88 degree and so on. Now tan 1 degree, tan 89 degree will be written as cot 1 degree. Tan 2 degree here and tan 88 will be written as cot 2 degree, so on. Now tan 1 degree into cot 1 degree, both are reciprocal, product will be 1. Reciprocal, product will be 1. Everywhere it is 1. So at the end, what is the answer? 1. Got it? Now here I am going to take another question. Here the question says, uh, find the value of sine square 42 degree minus cos square 78 degree. Before I tell you this, before I find the answer to this question, let me tell you one basic identity, very interesting. Cos square x minus cos square y is equal to cos x plus y into cos x minus y. Okay, if you want, I can prove this for you. How? Cos x plus y. Cos x plus y is cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. I'm using cos a plus b formula. Similarly, cos a minus b formula is what? Cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. Okay, now if I multiply, it becomes cos square x cos square y minus sin square x sin square y, a minus b into a plus b. Now cos square x I can write as 1 minus sin square x, 1 minus sin square y minus sin square x sin square y. It becomes 1 minus sin square x minus sin square y plus sin square x sin square y, and 1 minus sin square x sin square y is already given. This will get cancelled. If I write this one as cos square x plus sin square x and minus sin square x minus sin square y, these two will get cancelled and the result will be what? Cos square x minus cos square x minus sin square y. Actually, by mistake I have written here cos square y. It is sin square y. You can relate this with, here it is opposite, sin square x minus cos square y. So I'll use this identity here, cos square x minus sin square y is equal to cos x plus y into cos x minus y. For that I'll take minus common, so it becomes minus cos square 70 degree minus sin square 42 degree, which will be written as cos 120 degree into cos 36 degree, cos x plus y into cos x minus y. and cos 120 degree is what? Minus half. Minus minus will become plus half. And cos 36 degree. This we have derived in the previous sessions. Root 5 plus 1 by 4. So at the end, the answer comes as root 5 plus 1 by 8. Okay. Now here I am going to take another question. Here the question says, prove that cos A into cos 2A into cos 4A into cos 8A, so on, cos 2 to the power n minus 1A is equal to 1 upon 2 to the power n sin A into sin 2 to the power NA. Now, one interesting point here is uh, every angle is a double of the previous angle. You can see A then 2A, 2A then 4A, 4A then 8A. Okay, how many terms are there? How many terms are there? Actually here n terms are there. N terms are there. Now, as you look at you can see product side, the denominator term involves 2 to the power n sin. So what I do, if I multiply above and below by 2 to the power n sin A, what I do here, multiply 2 to the power n sin A in the numerator and denominator. So LHS becomes what? LHS becomes 2 to the power n sin A upon 2 to the power n sin A and cos A, cos 2A, so on. Now, I'll keep 2 to the power n minus 1 outside the bracket in the numerator and 2 sin A cos A. I will introduce in the bracket, so this becomes what? This becomes sin 2A. This becomes sin 2A. Now, if I introduce 1, 2 in the bracket, then outside it becomes 2 to the power n minus 2. But inside, I'll write 2 here and cos 2A from here. Cos 4A is already there, so on. What can we write for this? I can write this for this sin 4A. Again, what will you do? You will introduce 1, 2 here, and what will you get outside? 2 to the power n minus 3 upon 2 to the power n sin A, and here I'll write continue 8A and so on. So now 2 sin 4A cos 4A can be written what? Sin 8A. So in this manner, if you go at the end you are going to get sine 2 to the power NA. Okay, why? Because at the end 1 is cos 2 to the power n minus 1a, and from this side you are going to get sine 2 to the power n minus 1a and 2. Because of this, it will become what? Sine 2 to 2 into 2 to the power n minus 1a, so that is 2 to the power na upon 2 to the power n sin a is already there, hence proved. You can check the result. Sin 2 to the power na upon 2 to the power n sin a. Got the idea? Now another interesting fact is, if you look at this angle, numerator, the angle which is there, it is double of the largest angle, and here this is actually the smallest angle. You can see this is the smallest angle. Okay, now based upon this fourth question, Based upon this identity involved in the fourth question, I am going to give you few questions. You please try these questions. Fifth question. Find the value of sine 10 degree into sine 30 degree into sine 50 degree into sine 70 degree. Okay. Then sine pi by 18 into sine 5 pi by 18 into sine 7 pi by 18 into sine 3 pi by 18. And similarly in cos. Actually, all these are same. All these questions are same. I'll explain you how. First of all, I'll take the first one. This one. Sine 10 degree, we don't know. Sine 50 degree, we don't know. Sine 70 degree, we don't know. Okay, so first we will use the complementary rule. If I use complementary rule, I will write sine 10 degree as 90 minus 80 degree, right? And sine 30 degree I will use as write as sine 90 minus 60 degree, and sine 50 degree I'll write as 90 minus 40. Sine 70 I'll write as, so if I arrange this in a correct manner, it becomes cos 20 degree, cos 40 degree, cos 80 degree, and then cos 60 degree. Now, if you check the first angle 20 degree, second angle double 40 degree, third angle double of the second one 80 degree. So I'll use the identity which we proved in the previous question here, and that identity says what? The value sine to the power na upon to the power n sine a. How many terms are there? 3. This is a different one. Okay, 3 terms are there. So it will become sine 2 to the power 3a. 2 to the power 3, a is what? 20 upon here 2 to the power 3 into sine 20. So, and into cos 60 is half. Okay, so finally it becomes sine 160 degree upon sine 20 degree into 1 by 16. And sine 160 is what? Sine 160 is sine 180 minus 20, that is sine 20, and that is why the 2 will get cancelled. At the end, the answer will be 1 by 16. Got it? Now, in similar manner, you can explain all these questions. If I talk about pi by 15, pi by 15 cos 2 by pi by 15, here cos 4 pi by 15, here cos 8 by 15. You can see double, then double. It's a different angle. You can find the value of this easily. Okay. Similarly, all other here pi by 18 is what? 10 degree. 5 pi by 18 similarly can be found 50 degree, 70 degree. You can relate 10 degree, 50 degree, 70 degree, and this one is 30 degree. Okay, so same question which we solved here. Okay, so you try other parts of the same question. Okay, this video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. TestPrepAdda.com provides free audio-visual lectures of different subjects by expert faculties, free online tests prepared by expert faculties to students who are preparing for engineering or medical entrance exams or planning to take exams like KVPY, Olympiad, etc. It provides a platform where students can interact with mentors to improve their performance in the exams. The mission of this online medium is to help students to achieve their goals. Log on to www.testprepadda.com to watch free video lectures on different topics, to download free revision notes, to take free chapter-wise online tests, progressive test, and mock test, to discuss doubts with mentors. Thank you for watching the video. To stay up to date with the latest videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on our Facebook page, Test Prep Adda. All the best.